Tonight on Late Night Sports Talk, a memo by me, Clark Eaton, plus special guest Cheetah Rwakonda. And now, it's time for Late Night Sports Talk. To another edition of Late Night Sports Talk, I'm your host, Clark Eaton. Now, the NFL and MLB always get interesting. It was last year that the Giants won 3 straight after going 0-2. But now this team may be better than the 3-2 team that was 5 weeks in last year because of the depth they have at that team. As for the majors or Major League Baseball, postseason now has become one of the most exciting things in baseball, and the Chicago Cubs last night made history, becoming the first team ever in Cubs history to clinch a playoff series at Wrigley Field. And that is a memo. Now, my guest at this time, he is a Warrior safety. He plays hard every time. He's a big man. He's a big tackler. My guest at this time, Chido Rwakonda.
Hello, guys.
Chido, now come in here and say hello to the audience right here.
Hello, audience. What's up?
Now, Cheeto, I always have a board right here. I always have a panel of questions right here. Give me 1 second. We'll go right to commercial break. We'll be right back with Cheeto Rwakonda. Back with Late Night Sports Talk, and now I have my guest Cheeto Rwakonda here. Now, Cheeto, here on my little panel right here, how do you feel about the team right now? What do you think? Do you think they've made it any stride so far?
Oh, we've made tremendous strides. I feel like we're getting into district championship form. Had a slow start on 2, but we're looking good right now. 3-game winning streak, looking to make it 4.
Now, Cheeto, I heard over the summer that you had obviously some college contacting you. Now, I heard that was a rumor, but can you let the audience know right now, have any colleges contacted you or contacted you about playing football after high school?
Yeah.
Do you know any at this time? Can you share any D1 schools?
I
in
committed
D1
to
or-
West Point.
Okay, so we know, and we have it first for you right now, that Cheetah Rwakonda is a West Point player. Now, also, Cheeto, let's talk about the NFL, because right now it's an interesting field. There are a lot of busts right now. DeMarco Murray, I think for the most part, it's been a bust, but there's also players like Shane Vereen, who have, they've had their strides and every bit, but they finally Vereen had his breakout game against the 49ers last week.
Yeah, he did.
Do you think that these trends will continue, or do you think these trends might change?
I think the trends will continue. I mean, the league's been crazy right now. A bunch of guys who are supposed to step up for the teams and a bunch of guys who are nobodies are stepping up for the team. So it's pretty crazy right now in the NFL.
Yeah, and I agree too, because you look at, say, a guy like DeMarco Murray, something like that. He was coveted beyond belief by the Dallas Cowboys. He goes to the Philadelphia Eagles and he just stinks it up first couple of weeks. But he did have a breakout game, but it was against the Saints. I don't really look into it much when it comes to teams like that. Now, they have, obviously, the Eagles have a bigger test this week. They have the Giants. DeMarco Murray might break out. Who knows? I mean, it might be a game for Vereen, but we don't know. We just don't know right now.
Yeah, we don't know.
Now, let's talk about the Major League postseason right now. There's a lot of series tied at 2-piece. There's the Royals and the Astros. There's the Mets and the Dodgers. Now, the Mets had a chance to clinch last night. What do you think right now the Mets need to do to clinch against the Dodgers?
I don't really follow baseball, but I'd say they need to win. I mean, winning is good.
I understand that you don't follow baseball, but I have to say that if the Mets need to win against the Dodgers, they need to have a superior pitching performance by Jacob deGrom. He had 13 strikeouts in his debut. Now, as for the hitting side, Yoenis Cespedes needs to get a good game again. Murphy needs to get his doubles in there, and the Mets, if they have any chance to win in this game, they're going to have to hit and they're going to have to pitch. The two simple rules of baseball. Now, this week, this is now the game plan part of it here on Late Night Sports Talk. And this week you have Valley View. And they're always a rough team. They always play tough. I know the two teams don't like each other. Give us an insight on, now you don't have to give much, but give us an insight of what your game plan is defensively to stop Valley View.
Fast and physical. That's how they're going to play. That's how we have to play. We have to play faster and harder.
And you heard that first, folks. Without giving much, that was the game plan. Now, join me next week here on Late Night Sports Talk. Stay tuned for our next guest. Cheeto, it was a nice pleasure having you.
Good talk, Clark.
For me, the founder and president of all sports, this has been another edition of Late Night Sports Talk. This has been another episode of Late Night Sports Talk. Only here Wednesday nights on All Sports.